If your dream is to establish a renewable energy project in your community, then you should know about something called community-led planning. Community-led planning is based on the principle that members of local communities are the best people to identify the priorities for their own future, the things that matter to them, what future they want, and what they need to do to get there. It's designed to be a democratic and inclusive process in which everyone gets a chance to contribute to a shared vision of the future. It's very different to the top-down, bureaucratic statutory planning carried out by local authorities.
Community-led plans come in various shapes and sizes, depending on the needs, interests and priorities of the individuals and groups who contribute to them. However, the focus is always local. Typical issues include housing, the quality of the local environment, public transport, road safety, facilities for young people and local services. It's unusual for action on climate change to feature prominently in a community-led plan, unless the community involved has already experienced the possible effects of climate change, such as flooding or coastal erosion. The best community-led plans are drawn up with the support of the parish council or similar and relate to but are independent of the planning context set by your local authority. This helps make them inclusive and relevant.
In rural areas, community-led plans are usually called parish plans. Elsewhere, you might find reference to market town action plans or, in urban areas, neighbourhood plans. These plans are all created in a similar way, through an open, participative process that's led by members of the local community. Lots of organisations offer guidance on how to develop community-led plans. If you live in the country, get support from your local rural community council. If you live in a small town, speak to Action on Market Towns. If you live in the city, there may be community development support from your local authority. You could also seek advice from the Community Development Foundation.
There's a particular kind of local plan which you should know about. It's called an Energy Descent Action Plan. Promoted by the Transition Town movement, these start with the view that we're faced with dwindling supplies of oil and gas and that society will be forced to adapt to the changing world that this will bring about. The idea is to plan for this change and make the most of it, creating prosperous, sustainable communities, rather than being overtaken by the change and struggling to adapt when it's too late. Energy descent action plans are usually developed in an inclusive way, drawing in as many ideas as possible from different parts of the community. However, unlike community-led plans, they concentrate explicitly on low-carbon issues. While this might be attractive to your renewable energy project, it may not be right for your community.
As we've said, community-led plans don't usually focus on climate change, but that doesn't mean that they can't be used to take action on climate change. In fact, almost every issue that's likely to be brought to the table during the process of developing a community-led plan can be aligned with the low-carbon agenda. But to do this, you need to pay attention to what other people in the community think is important and try to integrate your vision with theirs. If people want more housing, make it ultra-low energy housing. If people want more road safety, focus on the safety of cyclists and pedestrians. If people want to raise money for the village hall, suggest installing solar panels on the roof. If you engage positively, a broad-based, community-led plan will emerge which contains clear aspirations towards reducing your community carbon footprint and generating more of your own energy. This provides an ideal springboard for a dedicated consultation on community-owned renewable energy further down the line.
If a community-led planning process is underway in your neighbourhood, here's your opportunity to introduce people to your ideas for renewable energy or other low-carbon project. If a community-led plan already exists, find out when it's going to be reviewed. If no community-led planning has been conducted, you have an opportunity to start from scratch and build a shared vision in which a low-carbon future is at the centre.